To be honest, no, we don't have any of the office numbers on our mobiles. Oh, very good.
With más.
Oh, yeah. I mean, because our personal numbers. Sorry. But to be honest, no, we don't have any of the
And I wish to go on.
1 second. Who's talking?
National with más.
I mean, because
That's. Taxi.
Let's mute it for now.
Hello, this is the University of Nicosia studying online guide.
Dear students, good morning, and thank you for joining us this morning. I would like to first thank you once again for your understanding and cooperation in these difficult times, this extraordinary situation. We try our best in order to facilitate your studies. Our rector, Professor Philippos Poulioutas, will give you a short speech before going into the details by myself and explain how you will proceed with online teaching and learning. So our rector, Professor Philippos Poulioutas, is coming now.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining this live session. Many of you are doing so from Cyprus, others from abroad, having decided to return temporarily to your home country. Wherever you are, please take good care of yourself, of your loved ones, but also of your fellow citizens. Please know that your health and safety is our highest priority. Once more, I would like to ask you to pay attention to our website's announcements regarding health-related issues, but also to the official announcements of the Cyprus Ministry of Health and the respective Ministry of Health in your own country. We have already informed you that based on the latest directive of the Ministry of Education, Culture, Youth and Sport on Friday, the 13th of March 2020, the restrictions on the operations of all educational institutions in Cyprus have been extended to Friday, the 10th of April 2020. Given that the following week after the 10th of April is our Orthodox Easter week, the soonest we can resume on-campus student activities is Wednesday, 22nd of April 2020. As already announced, we are moving to online teaching as of today in order to continue the progression of the spring 2020 semester. We will be conducting all training sessions throughout the day, and as of tomorrow, we will be commencing online Webex video conference teaching. Let me thus reassure you that the university is doing everything possible to enable you to complete the spring 2020 semester with as little disruption as possible. All teaching, research and administrative staff are working together diligently. We are extremely confident that we will succeed. We have been monitoring the situation and have thoroughly planned for dealing with this such crisis, developing a contingency academic plan. This plan was sent to the student representatives in the Senate and the Council and was approved by both bodies and is now into effect. Our actions emanate from this planning. Continue your trust in us and we will achieve our aim. We are one of the largest universities in Europe offering online education, an initiative that dates back to 2012, that is 8 years before. We currently offer 36 online programs, servicing more than 6,500 distance learning students. Most of our lecturers have extensive online teaching experience, and all have used either Moodle or the faculty intranet. I say this to let you know that we have the required expertise and know-how to successfully guide you through online study. The seminar you are attending today is very important for you to complete, so please pay particular attention to everything that will be said. Rest assured that we will be adjusting courses and their assessment, as well as the upcoming deadlines for submitting assignments, bearing in mind this emergency situation and the extenuating circumstances. For example, if midterm exams have been scheduled for some courses, then other alternative methods of assessment will be used. Any group work assigned will be reconsidered, and individual assignments may replace group work. If deemed essential to keep group work, no physical interaction should take place between you and your classmates. Instead, virtual meetings, electronic communication, and online group work tools such as Wiki should be used. Dear students, dear friends, during the week there may be some technical and other teething issues, all of which will be dealt efficiently and effectively. I'm asking for your patience, understanding, flexibility, and cooperation during the beginning of this new journey of yours in online learning. As I have said, you can count on us to provide you with all help needed. But please try to do your best. Only together we can make it. These are extremely trying times for humanity, with the coronavirus affecting well over 100 countries globally. Let us all do our best to remain strong and at the same time optimistic. This challenging situation will be a learning process for all of us. For your sake and for the sake of others, including your loved ones, stay home, work and study from home. We all need to embrace, adopt and adapt to social, physical distancing. At the same time, however, what we should definitely avoid is virtual distancing. Please keep continuous electronic and virtual communication with your family, friends, classmates and lecturers, establishing to the highest degree possible social virtual proximity. Once the virus has run its course and we begin to return to our more typical routines and standard operation, we'll all be much stronger and wiser, more skillful and confident, and definitely more digitally and technologically skilled. The pandemic we are facing highlights, however, what truly matters. I really hope that during this difficult period, we'll all be more compassionate human beings, caring for each other and caring for the cohesion of our society. Dear students, once more, I thank you for your collaboration and collaboration. I wish you and your loved ones health and strength. The Vice Rector for Academic Affairs, Professor Panagiotis Angelidis, you have already met him, will now join you again to explain and discuss with you online study. This will be followed by training by the Distance Learning Unit. The training will focus on the online learning management system and the tools that you'll be using. Thank you again for listening. Panagiotis?
Okay. Hello again. I will give you some information about the arrangements we have done for online teaching and learning. So, as you have been informed, we have organized 4 training sessions. This is the first one, and we'll run another 3 sessions today, 1 to 3 o'clock, 4 to 6 in the afternoon, and 7 to 9 in the evening. During these sessions, you will learn how online classes are run, and you will find out how video conferencing is working and how you can study online. Of course, you will find out how you can ask questions to your lecturers, how you can send your questions through the platform and find the answers of your lecturers again on the platform. I will first talk about the online classes. You will have the same schedule as the face-to-face schedule you had before the interruption of classes. You will have and follow the same class at the same hour that your course was scheduled. Instead of physically visiting your classroom, you will be joining from home your virtual online video conference class. You will find out today from our technical team how you will connect to the video conference. Your lecturers and your colleagues will be virtually present in the conferences, and your lecturer will deliver online lectures. When you join the video conference, you attend your online class and you will be able to watch your lecturer live, watch his or her presentation, lecture, and you can ask questions and discuss any related to the lesson issues. On the platform, you will find the necessary material, learning material for the class, and of course some learning activities. On the platform, you can contact your lecturer, and of course you can exchange ideas and interact with your classmates. During the first online meeting, your lecturer will inform you how the whole class or the process of learning will take place, and the lecturer will explain how you will communicate with him or her, and how you communicate with each other. It is your responsibility to attend the online synchronous video conference lectures. Synchronous means that you and the lecturer at the same time are online and you can communicate with each other at the same time. You have to access daily the platform that your lecturer is using, Moodle or faculty intranet. You have to check your emails daily, and you have to check the university's account, the university's email account as well. You have to study your course material. You have to communicate with your lecturer via the platform. You can send emails to your lecturer, or you can ask a Skype meeting or any other online ways that your lecturer suggests. There will be no further face-to-face midterm exams from now on. Instead, your lecturers will use alternative assessment methods such as projects, assignments, portfolios, etc. In some cases, and when it's needed, extension to deadlines will be given. Any group work already assigned will be considered by your lecturers, and individual assignments will replace the group work. When it is necessary to have group work, it is important that no physical interaction should take place between you and other students. Instead, virtual meetings, electronic communication, and online group work tools should be used. If you have any questions, you can contact our distance learning unit, our technical unit. You can find their email and their telephone numbers on our announcement. For those students who have practicum and lab courses, your coordinators and heads of department will be in contact with you to explain how these courses will be completed. So I'm now available for your questions, comments. If there is something that you didn't understand, I'm here to answer your questions. Φεύγουν σε λίγο ρε, αυτό το λες.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions from Isaac today. About the show, which is the graduation.
Ποια είναι τα σχόλια? I cannot see the questions. They're here. Okay, the question was about the lecturers that have not contacted you so far. They will be contacting you very soon, today or tomorrow, the latest. I've seen a question about the library. The library will be available online. You can we hope that the extraordinary situation will stop at some time and you will have your exams normally. If we continue with this situation, we'll provide you with further information about the exams.
Hello everybody, I'm back here just to answer some of the questions together with Professor Angelidis. You asked about the graduation. Well, two things, it's graduation ceremony and it's also obtaining your degree. As we said, our plan and our aim is to finish the spring semester without any interruptions. So the plan is that the spring semester will be completed according to the academic plan. There may be a small extension for practical courses, but definitely our aim is to complete the 2020 spring semester as planned. That's why we move into online teaching. Now, as far as graduation ceremony, if you mean graduation ceremony, we are making thoughts as to move the graduation ceremony maybe later, and of course that depends on when the universities will be allowed to open again. With the best case scenario that we open as planned, 22nd of April, then everything should be completed according to the academic semester with maybe a very, very small extension for 1 or 2 weeks. We are on plan, don't worry about that, and all arrangements have been made also for practical lab courses. Now, let me see some other questions that are posed. Exams, yes, we said about midterm exams that there will be no midterm exams. That was quite clear both from my message and Professor Angelides' message. Other alternative assessment methods will be used in that respect. So, yeah. Okay. Look, we will record all your questions as well and prepare an answer to all your questions. We'll be having a question answer on our website as well. So we are recording your questions. So we are just answering some as we see them now. But we will definitely record your questions and provide answer for each one. Now, there's some questions about technical, whether microphone or webcam. This will be addressed in a while when the technical people will give you the presentation. So please, these questions about the technical issues, how going to use the online Webex and so on, they will be addressed later by the technical team. Yes, as we said, lectures are beginning as of tomorrow, 17th of March 2020. So you would expect to have your lectures during your course scheduled hours. So if you had a course scheduled tomorrow at, let's say, 11 o'clock, then instead of course coming to the class, what you should do, you should join your Webex lecture that will be delivered by your lecturer. I see again questions regarding technical issues that will be addressed by the technical people. Okay. Okay, I think we will record your questions and provide, as I said, answers to every question. Let me see if there are any more questions. Yes, no online classes today. Today, only the training. You can choose one of the training in English or in Greek, and of course, there is room for more. If you want to join again another training, either in English or in Greek, there are another 3 trainings coming on, one at 1 o'clock, one at 4 o'clock, and one at 7 o'clock. 1 o'clock is in Greek, 7 o'clock is in Greek, 4 o'clock is again in English. So you can join again the training sessions, and they will be also recorded, will be available as well. Okay, library arrangements, we will discuss that and we'll make sure that we provide you an answer with the library arrangements as well. Again, the Vice Rector has informed you about the practicum, the studio, and also the lab courses. The program coordinators of departments will be informing you specifically for your specific courses. Well, certificates, the university is operating normally from distance, so whatever certificates you want, you can send your request electronically to the various departments, and they are working and will be providing your certificates electronically. Again, I see questions about webcam and microphone. As I said, they will be answered in a while. Please, students, do not reply. There will be an official reply from the technical people. I see replies by students to other students. Some the questions will be replied officially by the technical people. Okay, as I see, it's not clear how to join the classes. Again, I see questions which relates to technical issues, how to join online classes. This is questions that will be addressed now. Please ask any academic questions the next 2-3 minutes now, so that we can move to the technical presentations, because all of these questions you ask will be addressed very soon by the technical people. Okay, thank you. Right.
Morning, students. I hope everybody is safe and healthy this morning. I am Greg Vishnu-Molakala from the distance learning team. Today I will be covering the key elements that you need to know in order to attend your courses online. The majority of the courses will be available through Moodle. If your lecturer is using the faculty intranet, they will communicate that with you. Today what I will be covering is how to log in to Moodle, how to view your live online sessions through Webex, and everything you need to know related to that. We will also cover items like how to upload your assignments, how to view content from your course, and also how to communicate through the course forums. So that's what we have planned for today. I will be trying to monitor the chat while we go through and answering questions as we present today. Our moderator is also looking at the chat, and he will try and answer as many questions, technical related questions as well. All right, so let's get started. So the platform that we are using for the majority of our courses is Moodle. This is available at courses.unic.ac.cy. All right. The browser that we recommend for viewing Webex, for viewing your online content, is Google Chrome. Whether you're using a Mac or a Windows PC, we recommend that you use Google Chrome. All right, I see that we're having issues with audio. Give me one moment to see if I can resolve that. All right, I hope it's okay now. All right, so we have a question. What about the teachers that do not use Webex? We will be advising all of our lecturers who teach face-to-face to be using the Webex platform through Moodle to conduct their online training. All right, so let's get started today. Like I mentioned before, the platform that we're using is Moodle, available at courses.unic.ac.cy. When you access the website, you will be presented with this, the login page for Moodle. All right? If you do not have your access details, please make sure that you check your university email. This is provided to you, as well as your personal email for your credentials. All right? By default, your username and password are the same as the student intranet. So that means the details that you use to access the student intranet are the same that you use to access Moodle. So, you use the same credentials. If you are unsure about what your password is, you can always click the lost password link available on the course site. Clicking there will provide you a small procedure to request a new password. All right? You need to enter your username, which is your student ID, or enter the email address that you're using for your Moodle account. The safest way is entering your student ID. By entering your student ID, you can click search and you will receive an email to the email associated with your Moodle account. If you check that email, it will provide you with a link on how to reset your password. You can change your password at that point and then log into Moodle. All right, once you're ready to log into Moodle, you enter your username and your password and click log in. Once you log in, you will view your dashboard. So this contains most of the important information for all of your courses. Okay? What you'll see is any courses that you're currently enrolled in, displayed under the course overview. Any upcoming deadlines or live video conference calls are available under the calendar for the current month. So anything highlighted in orange or this reddish hue represents an upcoming item, whether it's an assignment due date, a quiz closing date or opening date, or a Webex call. All right? Everything under the upcoming events is essentially everything that's in the calendar. So all the upcoming events is everything within the coming week that is due. So again, Webex calls, assignment due dates. So like I mentioned, this is our dashboard. You have a quick overview here. You can view your courses. You can view any events that are coming up. To access any course, essentially all you have to do is click on the course card. All right, so today we'll be viewing the Studying Online Student Tutorial course. To access this course, all you have to do is click it. We have a question here, what about the classes that are not shown in Moodle? We're making every effort to encourage the lecturers to activate their courses on Moodle and have their material available there. The lecturers who do not have their courses on Moodle will be using the faculty intranet. Okay, so let's continue here. The first thing I'll be covering today is how to access on your online courses, because we think that this is the most essential thing that you need to learn at this point, how to continue studying online and viewing your live sessions. When your lecturer has set up a live session for your course, again, as Dr. Guyutas mentioned before, your lecturer will most likely be scheduling their live sessions at the same time as you would have had class normally. So you can expect your routine to be unchanged in that matter. Whenever a lecturer schedules a live session, you should see this icon on your course. It's a circular icon, blue and green. The title of that specific session might be slightly different, so look for the icon as opposed to the wording. If you click on this activity, you'll be able to view all your upcoming live sessions for this specific course. Again, for this specific course, you'll be able to view any upcoming live sessions on the calendar. The calendar that we viewed before on our dashboard is the upcoming sessions for all of your courses. But the calendar within the specific course relates to the sessions of this course. All right, so you can hover over any date to see when your live sessions are taking place. To actually access the live sessions, click on the online sessions activity and you will be directed to the Webex joining interface. Please give it a couple of moments in order to load. When you access the activity, you'll have two tabs, Classroom Collaboration and Virtual Meetings. Your live sessions will be covered through virtual meetings, so make sure you switch to the Virtual Meetings tab. This is the second tab. Clicking there will list all your upcoming sessions for the current course. So you can see here that we have 2 sessions scheduled. We can see who the lecturer is, the expected duration of the session, and when it will be taking place. So I can see here and manage my time. I have a session coming up on the 18th of March at 9 a.m. and another session coming up on the 24th of March at 9 p.m. Please make note of the AM and PM to ensure that you access your sessions at the correct time. All right. All right, we have a question here. All students registered or not will have access to the platform. I want to reiterate that for our face-to-face students, all students will have access to the platform regardless of their payment status. Okay. Resuming our tutorial here. All right, 18. All right, so we're going to be using the session for the 18th of March. Please ignore the date. We started it a little bit early. So I will explain to you how to access a session. At the time of the session, we always encourage you to join about 15 to 20 minutes before the session begins in order to make sure that you are connected correctly. All right, we have a student asking, there are no upcoming events and no calendar events in Moodle. This is because your lecturer probably has not scheduled any sessions for your course at this time. All right, so to join the session, 1 minute please. Sorry for that, everybody. We're having a small issue here. We're just quickly trying to resolve it. Give us 1 moment, please. We have a question here. What about independent courses? How those courses will be addressed? Those you'll be in contact directly with the lecturer. They will inform you of the procedures to follow for that. All right, we will resume the training here. So we're going to assume, like I mentioned before, at the point that you have a session scheduled, we always recommend that you join about 15 to 20 minutes advance to make sure that you are connected correctly. Our support team is always on hand and will be providing you with their contact details at some point shortly, today or tomorrow. If you have any issues connecting to a session, you can always reach out to the distance learning support team. So to join a session, find the session that's coming up and click Join. That would be the orange button all the way to the right. Clicking Join will launch the session. You do not need to enter any details. You do not have to worry about any accounts being created. You will be automatically entered into the system. For your first time that you're entering a Webex session, this is a one-off procedure. You will be requested to add the extension to your browser. All right? Webex only works if you insert the Cisco Webex extension into your browser. Without doing this, you will not be able to enter the live session. So follow the on-screen steps here by adding Webex to Chrome. So click that there, and it will download the session for you, extension for you. It will take you to the Chrome store. All right, just so you know, it doesn't work through incognito, so I will just create the same thing in a normal window. Give me 1 moment to set that up. virtual meetings, click join. Again, here we will be asked to add the extension to Chrome. By following the instructions on screen, you click add Webex to Chrome. It will take you to the Chrome store in which you can add the extension. It's a blue button available in the upper right corner. Click add to Chrome. It will ask you if you want to add it. Please confirm by clicking add extension. All right. You'll notice that the Webex icon is now displayed on your browser. And the session will automatically launch. Okay, so we can see here that we have now entered the Webex system. So to recap there, so we can make sure that everybody is covered, in your course you will click join, which is the orange button on the right side. The first time you enter a session, you will add Webex to Chrome, and your session will automatically open. I do want to point out at this time that Webex only functions on Mac version 10.13 and higher, and Windows 8.1 and Windows 10. Anything that is outside of this range will not be supported by Webex. You can also view Webex on your mobile or tablets, the live sessions specifically. Webex recordings are only viewable on Mac, again, version 10.13, and Windows 8.1 and Windows 10. So we encourage everybody to use these versions. Is Webex compatible with Safari? Yes, it is compatible with Safari, but we again are recommending Google Chrome. Okay? So if we look back to the content that I'm sharing here, the Webex session is open and you're provided with this notification. Join this integrated voice conference. Your presenter has started an integrated voice conference. Do you want to participate? At this point, it is important that you click yes. By clicking yes, you will join the live session. You will be able to hear what your lecturer is saying. You'll be able to see the content that they're displaying. If you click no, you will join the session, but you will not be able to interact. You will not be able to hear. You will not be able to see what your lecturer is presenting. So, again, it's very important that you click yes. At this point, I am going to click no to demonstrate how you can fix the problem if you click no accidentally. All right, so I'm going to click no at this point. I've joined the session, nothing happens, but I will not be able to see anything that our lecturer is sharing. I will not be able to hear them. So how do we fix this issue? In order to fix this issue, all you have to do is go to the audio tab, the audio menu at the top of your page. Click there, you'll have the option Integrated Voice Conference, and then click Join Conference. This will put you back in the session. When you click that, you'll be provided with a quick test to check your microphone and to check your speakers. You can check your speakers by clicking the test icon on the right side. You will hear a tone coming from your computer. If you're not able to hear anything, there's something wrong with your speakers and you need to try and fix it. You might want to change your active speakers if you can't hear anything. All right? You will also be able to check your microphone, again, by selecting your currently active microphone from here. You can also check if your microphone is able to pick up audio by checking the blue bar at the bottom. If you can see that there is feedback here, your microphone is probably working as it should be. We also recommend that you disable this automatically adjust volume so you can speak, so that when you're speaking, it remains constant. So we will disable the automatically adjust volume and again, ensure that your audio quality is within the good range here. Once you've done your speaker and microphone test, click OK. And you are now joined in the session. You will have a volume panel appear on your screen. You can go ahead and close that as well. If we have any questions, again, feel free to use the chat. I will answer them and our moderator will answer them as well. All right, I want to make a quick point here. You can always identify if you're connected to a session correctly with this computer icon next to your name. So if you do not have a computer icon or a phone icon to the right of your name, depending on what device you're using, it means that you're not connected. As long as you have a phone icon or a computer icon to the right of your name, it means that you're connected. If you cannot see this icon, again, follow the steps outlined before by going to Audio, Integrated Voice Conference, Join Conference to join the session correctly. All right. Yes, again, I would like to confirm you can access live sessions via your mobile phones. Okay. Recordings, though, on the other hand, can only be viewed on a computer or a Mac. So what we have in front of us now is the Webex interface. Your lecturer will be able to share content through here, and they will be able to speak with you, and you'll be able to speak back. By default, whenever you join a live session, your microphone will be disabled. In order to request access to use your microphone during a live session, you can raise your hand. As you would do in class, you can raise your hand and your lecturer can give you the opportunity to speak. To raise your hand, you can click the little hand icon that displays at the bottom of the participants panel. So by clicking raise hand, you will have a hand next to your name, your lecturer will see the same hand icon, and they will give you the opportunity to open your microphone, ask your question, and then they will again close your microphone. Okay? I would like to say at this point that you do not have the ability to control your microphone. We leave this up to the lecturer to ensure the best quality of live sessions, because especially if we have 30 students in a session, we do not want to have everyone's microphones open so that there is no echo, so that there is no audio feedback. This is why we have everyone's microphones closed. All right? Below the participants panel, you have the chat panel here. Through the chat panel, you can send live messages to all the participants in the course. Your lecturer will be able to provide you the opportunity to message all the students. So any message that you send here can be sent to all participants. All right, so any messages that you send here will most likely be sent to all participants to ensure that any messages that you write, your fellow students can respond to, your lecturer can respond to. Your lecturer may respond within the chat, or they might just outright answer you within the course. Okay, so our host today, our lecturer, Christos Sava, is going to share his screen in a moment to see how that might look like for the rest of us. So what we can see here, give us one moment. So what we're viewing here is the content of our lecture. They have shared their screen. They may display documents. They may display PowerPoint presentations. Any content that they want, they will lecture you normally again at the same time as your normal face-to-face sessions. You'll notice at the top of your page, you have a blue bar that says currently viewing your lecturer's desktop. If you hover over that, we recommend that you open the participants and the chat panels. Participants and chat will display what we saw previously, allowing you to see yourself, allowing you to see your lecturer's names and any other students that might join the session. You will also have access to the chat once again where you can communicate with your students and your lecturer during the session. Okay? This is essentially how a live session will be conducted at the scheduled time by your lecturer. You will launch the session from Moodle. You will wait for your lecturer to join as well. They will share any content that they will during their live session. Again, that might be files, that might be videos, that might be any content that they want to teach at that specific point. We recommend once again that you open the participants and the chat panels to make sure you have the full experience during a live session. And from here, you will essentially sit back, pay attention to your lecture, hopefully, and allow them to teach you. Once the session is over, you can always close the session by, again, hovering on the blue bar. You can click on Return, which will take you back to the original Webex interface, and you can leave the session by clicking the X available on the upper corner. Give you one more prompt. Do you want to leave the session? You can confirm by clicking Yes. All right, so that was what we have to cover for Webex. It looks like a simple procedure. Again, if you have any technical issues, you can always contact the distance learning department for technical support. We will be on hand throughout the day from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. to answer any questions. Again, we are available via email and telephone. We'll be providing you with our contact details soon. We have a question here about attendance. We always recommend that you attend all of your live sessions scheduled by your lecturers as you would a normal class. We have a question here regarding the Webex extension. Webex extension is required in order to join a session. Regardless if you're using Firefox, Chrome, Safari, you will need to add the extension to your browser. But again, we always recommend that you use Google Chrome. All right. I'll leave the floor open for about 1 more minute for questions before we continue with the remaining features of Moodle. Regarding inter-college students, I will leave that up to Professor Dr. Boudas and Dr. Angelidis to answer that question. I personally am not sure how that will be managed. All right, we have a question on how to add the Webex Chrome extension to your browser. I will just remove it really quickly and follow the procedure again. Again, I will be repeating the steps that we had before. All right, so again, to add the extension to your browser, this will only have to be done once. When you join a session for your first time, it will request that you add the extension to your browser. It will take you to this page. You will have the option Add Webex to Chrome. Once you click there, it will take you to the Chrome store, where you can click the Add to Chrome button in order to add the extension to your browser. Once it's added successfully, then your session will automatically open. Again, this is a one-time procedure. In the future, for all future sessions, once you click Join, your session will open automatically. Again, we have a question, can we have a demo online session later today? This is why I tried to refer before. It's best to try and join 15 to 20 minutes before any of your online sessions to make sure that you have added the extensions, make sure that you can connect successfully to the session. If we can set up a mass test session for all students, we will communicate this with you. All right, we have a question. Everyone will be able to see through the camera, or just the lecturer. By default, we allow the lecturer to enable their webcam. Students may be given the opportunity to use their webcams if enabled by your lecturer. Again, we do not recommend that all students have their cameras open to preserve the quality of the session. So we do not have multiple camera feeds vying for to be active at the same time. We have a question, is there a Webex app? There is a Webex app available for mobile phones. This is how you can join live sessions through a mobile device, whether this is a telephone or a tablet. If you go to your phone's or your tablet's mobile store, so Google Play or the Apple App Store, search Webex Meetings, and that is the application you can use to join via a telephone. If you're joined via a telephone to a live meeting, you will again be able to view the content presented by your lecturer and have access to the chat, though only one of those will be able to be visible at any time. We have a couple of questions about the duration of live sessions. Again, our lecturers have been advised to follow the same structure as their face-to-face courses, so we can anticipate that sessions will be the same duration as if they were taking place in class. All right. At this point, I will be switching back to Moodle so we can cover and continue the rest of our training for today, so we can make sure that you have all the skills necessary in order to study during this period. All right. So, coming back to Moodle, we have here our Studying Online student tutorial course. You will see your course title at the top of the page. You can click on the course code on the upper right in order to get back to the course content. All right, and this will take us back to the content for the course. At the top of the course page, we anticipate that every course will have course forum. You will have the ability to join your live sessions again if you look for this icon, and if you look at your calendar to see when upcoming sessions are. You will have your course outline and any relevant course material under the general course information. Any assignments will either appear at the top of the course page or in the specific week that your lecturer has made them due, and each week's content should be separated on a week-by-week basis. So you will have your presentations as provided by your lecturer, any additional notes or activities that they have for you, whether they are forum discussions, wikis, quizzes, simple chats. Those will be available in the specific weeks. All right, so what we have left to cover today is how to upload your assignments and view any lecture feedback, how to communicate through the course forum, and how to view course content. So we'll cover those step by step right now. So the next important thing that we'll be viewing is how to upload your assignments, because this is how you will be graded in this period. All assignments have the same icon within the course. Assignments have this little page icon with a hand underneath it. That's how you can identify an assignment activity. At the point that an assignment is due, or any time that before an assignment is due, so for example, if you have an assignment due at the end of April, you are free to upload that assignment anytime from now up until the due date. So again, you can see due dates in your calendar. To submit an assignment, you want to find the specific assignment activity and click on it. By clicking on the assignment activity, you'll be provided with information related to that specific assignment. How many times you're allowed to submit that assignment, essentially how many attempts you have. If you have submitted anything at this point, it will be written here under submission statements, whether you haven't submitted anything currently, whether you submitted something as a draft, or whether you submitted something as a final version. You'll be able to see the grading status, whether your lecturer has provided your assignment with a grade or not. You'll be able to see the due date of the specific activity, as well as how much time is remaining until we reach that due date. Okay? At this point, we want to scroll to the bottom of the page, and you'll find the option Add Submission. By clicking here, you'll be directed to a page that you can upload your assignment. The easiest thing to do to add an assignment is drag and drop. So you want to open the place that you have your assignment on your computer. So for example, I have my assignment saved on the desktop here. Assignment 2. What you can do is you can simply drag the file into the area on the course page and it will upload for you. Please pay attention to the maximum file size and the number of files you can attach to any assignment. So for this specific assignment, it may vary from course to course. For this specific assignment, you're allowed to upload files up to 50 megabytes, and I am able to upload 20 files. So I'm able to upload 20 files of 50 megabytes each. This may vary from course to course depending on your lecturer. If the drag and drop feature is not available, if you're having difficulty using the drag and drop function, you can always upload a file by going through your computer's file system. Click on the add icon. This will be the first icon available here in the file submission area. Hover over that, you see add. Click on that, and you'll be presented with the file picker. You want to upload a file by selecting the Upload a File option on the left side of the page. Click on Choose File. The wording on Choose File might be different depending on the browser. Click Choose File and navigate through your computer until you can find the file that you want to upload. So for example, let me go to my desktop and upload this assignment to file. Select it there, click Open. It will be added here, and you can click Upload File at the bottom of the page. Because I have two files of the same name, it will ask me if I want to overwrite the existing one or rename it to make sure they're both available. At this point, I will just rename it so you can see that you can have multiple files available in an assignment. Okay. Once you're satisfied with your assignments being uploaded, click on Save Changes. I do want to make the point here, depending on your internet speed, if it's a relatively large file, reaching the 50 megabyte capacity, the 50 megabyte cap, it may take a couple of minutes to upload, so just have patience when you're uploading files. Once you're ready to submit your files, click Save Changes, and it will provide you, again, with the overview of your assignment. You will notice that your submission status has been set to draft, i.e. not submitted. Lecturers have been informed not to grade any files that are set to draft. They will always wait for you to make sure that you submit a final version before providing you with a grade. So in order to make sure you set your assignment to the final version, scroll down to the bottom of the submission status page and click Submit Assignment. So this is very important. Every assignment that you submit, make sure you mark it as final by scrolling down in the assignment page and clicking Submit Assignment. By clicking Submit Assignment, it will provide you with one last confirmation. Are you sure you want to submit your work for grading? Click Continue, and your submission status will now be changed to Submitted for Grading. You will receive an email that your assignment has been uploaded. Your lecturer should also receive an email saying that there's an assignment waiting for them to grade. All right. How can we view feedback from our lecturers at this point? So within our course page, I will go back to the general course information. Again, I will click the course code available on the upper right. And I want to view feedback provided by the lecturer. I have two assignments in this course. Assignment 1 I have already submitted earlier today, and I've received notification that there's feedback waiting for me for this specific assignment. If I go back to assignment 1, which I've already submitted, we can see here that the grading status has been changed to graded, i.e. our lecturer has provided us with some form of feedback. We can also, if we scroll further down, we can see the feedback provided by our lecturer. I can see here that there's a grade out of 100. Your assignment might not necessarily be graded out of 100, depends on the lecturer, depends on the weighting of that specific assignment in the course. But you can see here the grade you received and any initial feedback, any short feedback that your lecturer may have provided is available under feedback comments. Your lecturer may also send you back another file with feedback. So you may have feedback files. So this might be an annotated version of your file or just simply a text or Word file with much more detailed feedback. Again, the lecturer may choose to use one or the other. We're just presenting you with all the possible options of feedback that you might receive from your lecturer. In order to view the feedback file, you can just simply click on it and that will download it to your computer. All right. Again, I will leave the floor open for a minute or so if we have any questions related to the assignments, how to upload, how to view feedback. I can see here that we have some questions related to final exams. Those are academic issues. We'll have a short Q&A at the end of the session related to academic issues. We also have some questions that our moderator has answered. I'll repeat them here. What versions on your computer are compatible with Webex? Webex is compatible with Microsoft Windows 8.1 or newer, so that's Windows 8.1 or Windows 10, and Mac OS 10.13 or newer. Again, it's also available, it's also usable on tablets and phones. It's available on tablets or phones, provided that you have downloaded the Webex Meeting app from the App Store. We have a question here. My module doesn't show the COVID-19, that course. Please ignore the course. You don't expect to find this course in your Moodle account. This is only a sample course that we're using for training purposes for today. So if you're not able to see that, that's not an issue. All right, for technical information, for any information related to the student intranet, please contact the computer center. For any issues related to Moodle, related to Webex, please contact the distance learning unit. We will try and send out all the contact information today or tomorrow to ensure that the students have direct access to the necessary support teams. Regarding the minimum requirements for Webex and Moodle in general, I do want to specify that if you go to the university website, unic.ac.cy, you can get a complete overview of the minimum requirements. We have this page available in Greek and English, so whatever you prefer to view it in. If you go to the distance learning tab available on the website and click on technical information, you have the minimum requirements for using Webex and Moodle in general. It provides you with all of the browser versions, all the operating systems that you need to use. All right, please advise courses up not on Moodle. How do we attend online courses? Again, we are advising all lecturers to have their courses on Moodle. Those who do not have their lectures on Moodle will be available on the faculty intranet. We are working out the kinks in the system right now to see how we can accommodate live sessions for all courses. Okay, at this point, so we don't lose any time, I will continue on with the remainder of the training. So we're looking back at Moodle here. Sorry about that. We're looking back at Moodle here. I will go back to our course page. So what we have left to cover now is how do we communicate with our fellow students and our lecturer, not during live sessions, but at any point throughout the day, using the forum activities in the course. We've encouraged all lecturers to have a course forum within their course to allow for you, the students, to communicate with each other and to communicate with the lecturer, asking any questions that you might have related to the course directly from the course page. So all forums have the same icon within Moodle, so it's these two speech bubbles, green and blue. So whenever you see this icon, you know it's a forum. Your lecturers may use forums for activities within the course, so if you want to ask any general questions, make sure you do so in the course forum, which is usually available at the top of the course page. So how do we use the course forum? When you find the course forum, you can simply click on it, and that will open the forum environment. Any questions or any announcements posted by your lecturer or the DL team will be available in the table at the bottom of the activity. You'll see the discussion title, who started it, whether it was a fellow student of yours, one of the Moodle admins, or your lecturer. You'll see who posted that announcement and how many replies and when the announcement was posted. In order to view the actual announcement, make sure you click on the discussion title. Don't click on any of the other items, the replies or so on, because that might direct you somewhere else. Click on the discussion title, and that will open the discussion here. You'll be able to view the message posted by that person, so you can read it here. If you would like to make a reply to this message, simply look to the lower right side, find the reply button here, click there, and you'll be able to post your reply. Once you've written your message, click Submit, and this will be posted to the course. Any other student within the course will be able to see your message, they will be able to reply directly to you, they will be able to start their own discussion topics. Alright, so replying is as simple as this. Open a thread, click Reply, enter your message, click on Post to Forum. This is how we reply in forums. But let's say you have your own questions, something you're unsure about within the course. How do you go ahead and ask your own questions? If we go back to the forum, and you click on the forum title here, or you go back to the course page and you click on the forum, you'll be able to post your own questions into the forum by clicking Add a New Discussion Topic. By clicking Add a New Discussion Topic, it brings you two fields, subject and message. So it's very similar to writing an email. You'll provide your question the subject, something that's clearly identifiable to your lecturer or other students. Concerns, for example, concerns regarding the assignment. Let's say I have a question related to that. So you can give your message a subject and provide it with some content here under the message area. So again, very similar to writing an email. If you want to add an attachment, because most forums allow this option, you can go to the advanced options here, which will provide you the ability to add attachments. So if you scroll a little bit further down, you now have this attachments field here. Again, it follows the same logic as how we added our assignments. You can either use drag and drop, or you can go through your file explorer to find any files you want to upload here. Please do not upload your assignments through a forum. Use the dedicated assignment activities to upload your assignments. Again, we have under attachments, what's the maximum file size per attachment, and how many files you're able to attach to your message here. Once you're satisfied with your message, you finish composing it, click Post to Forum, and it will be added to the rest of the discussions within the course. You are able to reply to your own messages, your fellow students are able to reply to your messages, as well as your lecturer. So keep an eye on the course forum to view any replies. I do want to point out at this time that once per day, usually in the evening, you should receive an email to the email address that you have assigned in Moodle with a daily digest of all forum posts. So any messages that were posted to the forum, you can expect to receive them in a single email, usually in the evening. All right? But some people have expressed issues with receiving these emails, so we always encourage lecturers and students to view the course forums and any forums within their courses on a daily basis to make sure that they do not miss any content and any questions that may arise. All right. If we don't have any further questions regarding the forum, I will go on to the last point, which will be how do we actually access the content that is provided by our lecturers? Because obviously students will not be able to study unless they are able to study at their own leisure by viewing the content uploaded by their lecturers. So let's go back to the course page. Let's click on the course code to take us back to the content for this course. Like I mentioned before, we have our general course information at the top of the course page, which usually includes the general information, course outline, any study guides, any general information unrelated to a specific week for our course. And below that, you might find the specific weekly related material. We have, sorry, a quick question here. Where is the forum within the course? Forums generally appear, the course forum is generally at the top of the course page. If you do not see it in your course, it's possibly because your lecturer has not added it just yet. But we are encouraging all lecturers to make sure that they have this feature available in their course. So if you do not see it now, please have some patience, and your lecturer will set that up soon. So back to the tutorial for today. How do we view the content uploaded by our lecturers? So your lecturers are able to upload any amount of resources to the course in any format. So they are able to provide you with PDFs, PowerPoints, Excels, Word files, short videos. They're able to provide you with external links to content, and those should be those will be available in the weekly material. You can always quickly identify what type of file is that you're going to view by the icon on the right. So we can see here that this is a PowerPoint file by viewing the icon here. This here is a PDF, again, just by viewing the icon. PDF files, whenever you click a PDF file, those will most often than not launch directly into your browser. In your browser, they will not automatically download. You can always save a PDF depending on your browser by clicking the download button that's available in the browser. So PDFs are usually available directly in your browser. All other file types, document file types, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, those will download immediately when you click them. For example, we have here under week 1 our lecture presentation submitted by your lecturer. If you click on this PowerPoint, it will open and immediately download. It will not display in the browser, so just have keep an eye on your downloads folder. So you can see here the Business Processes Chapter 1 for this course has been downloaded to my computer. I can click on that to start reviewing that content. All right, so the same process can be followed for any material within the course. Click on the specific file. If it's a PDF, it should open directly in your browser. All other files will download automatically to your computer. Video files and audio files will be viewable from the browser as well, so you do not have to download any large video files. You can view them directly in Moodle. Same thing follows for audio as well. If it is a link to an external website, for example, e-journals, videos on YouTube, other supporting material websites, the links will be provided within the course page. If you click on that, you'll be directed to the specific page within the browser as well. All right, so we have about 30 minutes left for the training today. I will leave the floor open for any technical questions at this point, and then we will round out the session with Dr. Angelidis and Dr. Piudas, who will be able to answer any academic issues. I would like to remind everyone that we are keeping track of the questions, so we may prepare something, a general document to distribute to everyone at the end of the day or tomorrow, answering the majority of the common questions. We have a question, when it says add a URL, what should I add? I'm not sure if you are a student or a lecturer. If you are a lecturer, the URL activity allows you to provide content to external websites. So the URL is essentially the address that's visible in your browser. So you can copy the address of any page, copy that, and add it to your course as a URL. All right. Oh, sorry about that. That's a good question. The online lecture will be saved to the platform to see later. Apologies for not covering that earlier. This relates back to the Webex sessions. It's something I failed to mention earlier, and I apologize for that. All your live sessions, we are encouraging lecturers to record them. So any recorded lecture, if we go back to, sorry, I rushed there. If we go back to the Webex activity, again, displayed by this icon, click on that. let the page load, and shift to the Virtual Meetings tab here. Again, this lists all the upcoming live sessions. For all the recorded sessions, those are available under Past Meetings. So any recorded sessions for your course will be available here for you to view. All right, so it will list the sessions that took place, and if there's a recording available, you can click on the View Recording button that's available under the specific session, and you'll be able to view the recording of that live session. Again, we recommend that students participate in all live sessions at the time that they take place, but we know, life takes over sometimes and you might not be able to do that, so we are providing the recordings in the course as well. The recording might not be available immediately after the session, so we always recommend to check back a few hours, at most 24 hours after a live session takes place, and you should be able to find the recording if it was recorded by your lecturer. All right. I also want to confirm again that live sessions are viewable on tablets, they are viewable on mobiles, they are viewable on computers, but recordings are only available on computers and Mac. We have a question here, how will lecturers take attendance? Again, that's an academic issue, we will cover that later. The issue related to the URL that I answered before, the person that asked said, no, I'm a student. I'm not too sure where you were seeing the URL field, so in this context, I'm not sure how to answer that question. Again, when we provide you with the contact details for everybody, for the computer center and for DL, feel free to ask the question, send us a more detailed email there so we can provide you with the answer that you're seeking. And the minimum requirements for Webex and Moodle in general can be found on the university website. Under the Distance Learning tab, check the technical information, and you'll be provided with the minimum technical requirements to successfully use Webex. Moodle itself works in most Windows, most browsers, but Webex itself requires Windows 8.1, Windows 10, or Mac 10.13 or later. All right, so if we have no more questions here, I would like to thank everyone for their attention. Again, my name is Greg Vishnu-Molakala. You can reach me at the Distance Learning. We'll be providing everybody with our contact details soon, so you can ask any questions that you might need. All right, so I'll be handing over the remainder of the presentation to Dr. Koulioutas and Dr. Angelidis to answer any academic issues and academic questions that you may have. All right, so I will hand it off to our doctors here.
Thank you, Greg, for the excellent work. Thanks for that, and thanks everybody. Dear students are, as you see, all the staff is working very hard to assist you with the online learning. I saw a question about the attendance, and myself and Professor Angelidis will be answering these academic questions. As per the regulations of our quality assurance residency, attendance is compulsory, whether it's now face-to-face or now online. So you have to attend classes, and the lecturers will be able to record your participation. Now, I was just thinking now, I mean, if you are an international student and maybe you are at home, let's say, and you're in a country where there's a lot of difference in hours, then please let us know. So we have to handle every individual circumstance according to each individual circumstances. Now, are there any other academic questions that have not been answered and you would like to answer them? As I said, there will be a QA document on our website that will be addressing all kinds of questions, both academic and also technical questions. Payment of fees with cash. Now we will let you know as well. We will let the finance department make an announcement as to how you can pay your fees.
Why we're using so many platforms?
Why we're using so many platforms? We're using actually Moodle. That's the main platform we're using. And the other platform is the faculty intranet. Okay, so it's two platforms basically, and we're migrating to Moodle as from next semester for all faculty. Both platforms provide you with what is needed. Webex is provided independent of the platform use, so that's not an issue. We don't want to disrupt the process now, the learning process now, and moving, let's say, from faculty intranet to Moodle. That will be more problems. So we'll keep using the faculty intranet for those faculty using the faculty intranet, and those of you who are using the faculty intranet. And I should be changed time to 10. Well, I see we have to stick to the schedule. We have to stick to the schedule. We cannot change the schedule of classes because imagine if you have 9 to 10, we move to 10 o'clock, and then another student has a class at 10 o'clock because he or she has another class at that time, then that would be problematic. So we stick to the schedule, to the face-to-face schedule. Another connected to the Webex as a technical question that can be answered online now by the technical people.
Is there a chance for the university to delay more than the 22nd?
Well, that doesn't depend on us. We hope we don't. We really want this situation to end. We want the virus to be eliminated, and we do hope that by 27 we'll be able to convene again with face-to-face teaching as well. That does not depend on us. As I said, health of the highest priority of the government, of the university, so that I cannot guarantee. We hope, really, that we start on the 22nd and all this bad situation is over.
About the midterms that were scheduled?
Yes, any midterm that have been set clearly cannot take place now. The lecturers will inform you about alternative assessment methods, how the midterm will be replaced.
Charge fees? Are we going to be charged as online or as face-to-face?
Well, as far as I know, there will be no change to the fees. That's not a question I can answer. As I said, officially you'll be hearing from the university. I cannot tell you anything about the fees now.
Problem with technical issues. We have the we have provided the emails and telephone numbers of the technical team.
How now that we'll be taking online courses, even though it's an registration, are we going to be charged as face-to-face or as online? Again, as I said, that's a university official answer to get. As far as I know, there's no change to the fees.
People who didn't pay fees.
Again, I will refrain for answering any questions about the fees, the financial modes of payment, and this will be answered very soon by the finance office. We're recording all the questions. What about final exams? Final exams are scheduled as normally for the moment. We will see how the situation develops. Okay? Depending on the situation, we may have to delay a bit the final exams. We don't know yet. If we resume classes on the 22nd, and assuming, and then as per the plan, everything goes okay with the online, it will go okay with the online teaching, then final exams are expected to take place as scheduled, but with a small reservation depending on any delays. Maybe the practical courses would be a bit delayed, but then again, once we reopen, we'll do a fast-tracking, intensive block teaching for the technical courses. Courses using intranet. Yes, they will have Webex. We said that if you're using the intranet, Webex will be both for Moodle and intranet platform.
All courses going to be online?
Yes, all courses will be online, except of course, as we said, lab courses, studio courses. However, the departments and the programs will be informing you, because in some cases, in studio classes, in lab classes, you will be able to do things online. So wait to listen from your lecturers about the studio and the lab courses as well. Write us with an email of H2 Office. Yes, they will send you an email of the Academic Affairs Office. We're recording all the questions.
Is there a chance to give exams online?
Is there a chance to give exams online? Well, if you're talking about assessments and other but not final exams, then clearly online assessment is okay. Now, for final exams, that's something that has to be discussed with the Quality Assurance Agency. For the moment, we stick to the plan with face-to-face exams. However, we will be investigating the possibility with the Quality Assurance Agency in case that online exams can be delivered. Again, the financial situation, the financial issues will be answered by the finance office. Okay. Gradually this summer, as I said, our aim is to complete the spring 2020 semester normally according to the academic calendar. So we expect that all courses will be finished within the spring semester, maybe with a small delay, 1 or 2 weeks of the lab courses. But yes, we expect that those students who are graduating this summer will do everything possible so you graduate this summer. I cannot promise about the graduation ceremony to be by the end of June, but I can promise that we'll do everything possible to graduate by this June. So yes, we can say that you'll be graduating in the summer, but as I said, graduation ceremony may take place in September, not in June.
Some technical questions.
Yeah, technical questions that are been answered. Yeah, okay.
Classes not in Moodle.
Yeah, if they are not in Moodle, just I have to say again, please make sure you check your faculty intranet. So they may be in Moodle or in faculty intranet. So if your lecturer was using faculty intranet for delivering online material and supporting material, then most probably she or he will be using the faculty intranet. So if a course is not on Moodle, please check the faculty intranet. Payment of student assistance, again, they will be answering to you through the finance department and through the HRM department. Software related projects. Okay, please contact your supervisor, your lecturer, so that we can make arrangements with regards to software. Yes? So these are very specific questions. It's very good you ask them. The answer is to contact your lecturer, to contact your supervisor in the thesis project, and with your lecturer, your supervisor will talk to the IT unit and will ensure that you have access to the software. Yes, Evangelos, yes, I was explaining how to attend online courses. There will be another 3 sessions today, one at 1 o'clock in Greek, one at 4 o'clock in English, and one at 7 o'clock in Greek. So please join one of these sessions as well. As I understand, it will be recorded this session as well, so you can watch it very soon, recorded this session as well. But if you want to be online, you can attend any of the 3 sessions that are coming later today. How do you access the faculty intranet? Again, you're getting an answer about that. Somebody typing the answers on, yeah, you, Greg, you, yeah. Technical question. Okay, how about senior project with a group of 4 people? This is what I mentioned in my introduction and what Professor Angelidis told you about group work. Now, there is technology, for example, Wiki, and you have online communication for working with senior projects and group projects, and assuming there is no need for physical interaction in a lab or somewhere else, then theoretically, and if you are very familiar with this, it is possible to do senior projects with group of people. Now we'll be left up to the lecturer if there is an issue to see how this can be substituted by individual projects. But technically, it is possible to do group work by using technology, online communication tools, wikis, and other tools to complete group work. Again, the answer will be provided by your lecturer. Andreas Dimitriou, I'm not sure if I understand what you're asking. If it knows on board, that means the professor didn't make it available yet. Yes, but that would be a very rare exception. It would be an exception. This would be a rare case that one of your lecturers did not have it on one of the 2 platforms, and maybe a technical issue, we'll check it. Just let us know which course you're talking about. Okay, signing about Webex, you get an answer about that from the technical people. The answer is clearly no. You'll be getting a link. Oh, there's no link, yes? Yes, click on the link, as I said, yes. You click on the link. With respect to research students' PhD to do all this period, please contact your supervisor. And if needed, Professor Fellas, the Vice Rector for Faculty and Research. Research students, they continue their work unless there is a lab work that has to take place physically at the university. Otherwise, PhD work can continue without a problem. Do have virtual meetings with your supervisors, and do have submit your work online through email to your supervisor. And then, of course, research work is the easiest actually to continue without face-to-face, and usually there are not many meetings between the supervisor and the research students, unless I said there is lab work. Okay, Math 105, we'll check that one, we make a note of it. Payments, finance office will answer you. But please know that we continue as normal. We continue with online teaching. As I said, our aim is to smoothly complete the spring 2020 semester. Okay, I consider no more questions. Any last minute question you want to ask us? We'll be here at 1 o'clock as well, we'll be here at 3 o'clock, we'll be here at, 4 o'clock, at 7 o'clock. Decision making tools course is not either okay. Just send your lecturer also an email, and also send us as well an email to the distance learning people. So if a course is not online, either on Moodle or in faculty internet, please report that to the distance learning unit. It may be a technical issue, maybe it is not activated. Please do so that we see the technical issues. Okay, software again, I'm answering the engineering question about computational methods. Again, as I said, we'll arrange, assuming possible, that you have access to the software from home. That's something you have to look at it. Yes, if it's true that if some people are using the online app, you're talking about students, but you're referring to faculty. As I said in my introduction, most, if nearly all, faculty have used online. We offer online programs, 36 online programs to more than 6,500 students. Most, if not all, the doctors, the lecturers have used online teaching. So we are very sure that there will be no problem. We also worry about you, but as we know, you younger people, you are very familiar with technology, so we are very sure, even if you have not used a tool, it will be a matter of minutes to learn how to use it. We have every confidence on your capabilities. Okay. What about the attendance? We answered that. You should be attending the Webex courses. As I said, the classes run. The classes will run as your face-to-face classes at the same hours, at the same days, the same hours. You should be attending the online Webex lectures, and attendance will be recorded. It is required by the National Quality Assurance Agency that we keep attendance records, and you should be attending all online classes and online Webex sessions. Shall we participate on the chat and hand icon over to consider an assessment? Well, it will be considered participation, well, it will be considered attendance. So that shows that you attend. How do you conduct distance learning? Okay. Can you elaborate, please, Collins? Conduct distance learning unit. Okay, there will be, you have in the announcement that we posted on the website the contact details, both email and telephone number of distance learning. And it will be answered to you now as well. Math classes, no Moodle, as I said, check faculty intranet. If not, as I said, it may be a technical issue that are not activated. We'll check it as soon as possible after we finish this session. Okay. All right. Thanks everybody. Thank you very much for being with us. It's been a very productive session. Thank you very much for your input. Your questions have helped us a lot to review what we are doing, help us a lot to further enhance our delivery. And again, I want to reassure you that together we'll make it and we'll finish on time. Your studies. Thank you very much, and please to join the other session if you want to listen again to what we say.
Thank you very much.
Thank you guys. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye. Okay. Thank you guys.